For tonight's headlines, Philippines now at high-risk classification. Poblacion girl may face jail time, says Palace. Coronavirus cases in the country at 2,855,819. DILG orders stronger implementation of health protocols, vaccination boost. Shear Line to bring rain over eastern Visayas. Alert Level 3 won't significantly impact businesses, says DTI. Good evening. Today is Monday, January 3, 2021. I am Venice Bautista and this is Tribune News on Cue. Here are the stories for this evening. The Department of Health on Monday said that the Philippines is now classified as high risk for coronavirus disease amid the spike of COVID-19 cases in the country. In a media briefing, Health Undersecretary Maria Rosario Vergire added that the 2-week growth rate increased to 200%, while the average daily attack rate is now at 1.07 per 100,000 population. Vergire added that the Metro Manila is also considered as high risk with 813% 2-week growth rate and 5.42 average daily attack rate per 100,000 population. In relation to that, Gwyneth Chua may be jailed if found guilty of violating the law, Malacanang said, as authorities found that 8 of her close contacts tested positive for COVID-19. Poblacion girl who allegedly used her connections so she could break quarantine rules may be penalized under the Republic Act 11332 or the Mandatory Reporting of Notifiable Diseases and Health Events of Public Health Concern Act, said Cabinet Secretary Carlo Nograles. Those found guilty of the Notifiable Diseases Law may face imprisonment or fine, Nograles said on Monday in an interview with ANC when asked if Chua may be jailed for allegedly skipping the mandatory 5-day isolation upon her arrival from the United States. Nograles also pointed out that the management of the Berhaya Hotel, which was supposed to serve as Chua's quarantine facility, will also be held accountable for the incident. However, the palace official acknowledged that the penalties that will be imposed on Chua and the Berhaya Hotel management will be up to the court. RA 11332 penalizes individuals and entities who will violate disease surveillance and response systems with at least 6 months imprisonment or 20,000 pesos to 50,000 pesos fine. Article 151 of the revised penal code also punishes resistance and disobedience to a person in authority. The penalty includes up to 6-month imprisonment and at least 100,000 pesos fine. The Department of Health reported 4,084 confirmed cases on Monday to bring the total number of infected in the country to 2,855,919. This brought the active cases to 24,992, and of the total, 795 are asymptomatic, 19,252 are mild, 3,051 are moderate, 1,563 are severe, and 331 are critical. The number of recoveries, on the other hand, rose to 2,779,241 after 497 patients recovered from the deadly disease. The death toll is now at 51,586, with 16 fatalities recorded. The Philippines' nationwide healthcare system also showed that 20% intensive care unit beds are occupied and 11% of the mechanical ventilators are in use. Tribune News on Cue will be back after these reminders.
Botomoto Halalan 2022, the Daily Tribune special coverage.
Si Harry Roque ang pinakamagaling na spokesman, kaya inggit sa kanya ang oposisyon.
Tama lang na ipinaglaban ko ang balik trabaho para bumalik ang kita ng mga nagtatrabaho at naghahanap buhay. Hindi pwedeng magutom ang pamilya. Dapat lang po ingat buhay para sa hanap buhay. Basta trabaho, kita at hanap buhay ang nakataya. Nasa harap niyo po ako.
Ibigay natin ang tudong suporta kay Hari.
Ngayong Lunes sa The Athletes Tribune Season 2. Pakinggan ang mga inspiring stories.
Wala akong shooting, wala akong jump shot, wala akong 3 points. Pero dahil sa puso ko, sa hard work ko, kumukuha ako ng rebound, dumidepensa ako. So, sa akin, binigay ko naman talaga ang natutunan ko about sa basketball. So,
Mamotivate sa kwento ng tagumpay.
makapasok din sa gila sa tutulang. And sobrang saya dahil siyempre hindi yung pangalan mo na Mark Tingis ka o Jimmy Alapag ka, Randall Yukam ka. Ang dinadala kasi namin doon is yung pangalan sa harap.
Abangan ang recently retired Philippine basketball star, 9-time PBA champion, 2-time PBA Finals MVP, at 2011 PBA All-Star Game MVP, Mark Pingris. January 3, Monday at 7 p.m. sa all-new season ng The Athletes Tribune.
Botomoto Halalan 2022, the Daily Tribune special coverage.
We're back on Tribune News on Q. Interior and Local Government Secretary Eduardo Año called on local governments to strengthen the implementation of health protocols and ramp up vaccination as cases of COVID-19's Omicron variant are slowly being confirmed in parts of the country. Año instructed LGUs to remind their constituents to wear face masks, wash hands frequently, observe physical distancing, and ensure proper ventilation so as to manage, if not avert, possible community transmission. Health protocols remain the primary defense against contracting any COVID-19 variant, and vaccination is essential for added protection, he said. Having residents in those categories receive booster shots is equally important, he said. The DILG chief said local governments can conduct house-to-house vaccinations for people in the A2 and A3 groups with the help of civil society organizations or the private sector. He also called on all LGUs to practice active case finding through the use of their contact tracers, immediately impose granular lockdowns, and enforce allowable capacities of business establishments under their current alert level. Año asked LGUs to reorient their community leaders and health workers such as tanods, barangay health emergency response teams, barangay health workers on the basics of COVID-19 response. State Weather Bureau Pag-asa announced that a shear line will bring rain over the eastern sections of the Visayas and Mindanao. Eastern and Central Visayas, Caraga, Northern Mindanao, Zamboanga City, Basilan, Sulu, Tawi-Tawi, and Palawan will experience cloudy skies and isolated thunderstorms due to a shear line in the intertropical convergence zone. Meanwhile, the northeast monsoon would bring cloudy skies with light rain over the Bicol region, Cagayan, Isabela, Aurora, and Quezon. Also, Metro Manila and the rest of the country would experience partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rains because of the northeast monsoon. And in business, Department of Trade and Industry Secretary Ramon Lopez on Monday stressed that it is expecting minimal impact on businesses as the National Capital Region reverted to Alert Level 3 until January 15. Lopez noted that the difference in terms of allowed sectors in Alert Levels 2 and 3 is minimal and most business establishments are open but with lower operating capacity level. He added that the newly opened sectors such as fitness centers and cinemas remain open despite Alert Level 3 being reimposed in Metro Manila starting Monday. Under Alert Level 3, establishments that are not allowed include fun fairs, kid amusement industries, karaoke bars, clubs, concert halls, casinos, horse racing, cockfighting, and other gaming establishments. Economic activities is indoor setting are allowed to operate up to 30%, while outdoor setting is at 50%. Before we end, we have a few more reminders.
Botomoto Halalan 2022, the Daily Tribune special coverage.
Ang Daily Tribune may digital shows na din. Dahil sa mas lumalaki at mas lumalakas nating tribu, handog sa inyo ng Daily Tribune ang mga programang magbibigay buhay araw-araw. Be informed at mag-good vibes tuwing umaga sa programang Gising Na. Be updated sa news and happenings sa Tribune News on Cue. Mas kilalanin pa natin ang mga paborito nyong atleta sa programang The Athletes Tribune. Alamin ang latest entertainment sa programang What's Up. Ma-inspire sa mga kwentong hatid ng Perfect. Search lang ang Daily Tribune sa inyong Facebook at Tribune Now on YouTube. See you there mga katribu!
Botomoto Halalan 2022, the Daily Tribune special coverage.
And that wraps up the stories tonight. We would like to thank the SM Store, Araneta City, Department of Tourism, and Overseas Community Affairs Council member Alan Lin of the Republic of China for their continued support. Again, this is Venice Bautista and you're watching Tribune News on Cue. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay at home. Good night and God bless us all.
Catch the latest news on our website, tribune.net.ph. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Tribune Now. Download the Daily Tribune app on Apple Store for iOS and Google Play for Android to get the latest and most comprehensive news online. Daily Tribune invites you to join its vibrant community, Katribu, to get updates on the hottest news on politics, business, sports, lifestyle, and entertainment. Emoticons of the Tribune mascot Tarsito are available on our community Viber.